And today I will be analysing the trailer to the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Directed by Edgar Wright and based off the original comic books, another notable name is Nigel Godrich, who produced the music used in the movie. Scott Pilgrim was produced to entertain rather than sell or inform viewers, and was released in August 2010. Scott Pilgrim is a hybrid genre movie, as it has various different conventions of different genres. The main genre is romance. The whole movie is based around Scott Pilgrim falling in love with Ramona Flowers. The main convention is shown by Scott's commitment to Ramona through thick and thin. To stay together, Scott must defeat Ramona's 7 evil exes. This brings in amazing fight scenes with an array of fast camera angles and movement, perfectly matched with outstanding comic book effects used to bring in a comic book look to the film. The movie starts off with a happy equilibrium of Scott dating Knives Chow, but then Ramona and Scott start dating, causing Scott to cheat on Knives and Ramona's 7 evil exes to want to kill Scott. Only when the first ex attacks Scott does he recognize this disruption, but Scott is in love with Ramona, so he attempts to repair the disruption till he eventually reaches a equilibrium again. We'll get into the trailer, shall we? We start with an establishing shot. It is lit with fairy lights and a cool mood lighting. This sets the mood of the movie, as we see that Scott and his people are cool kids with fairy lights everywhere. We start off with 2 very cool camera angles. First we see a shot of Scott's face, showing us that Scott is 1, our main protagonist, and 2, kind of a social awkward. Next we see a shot that is common in the movie. A black line between the middle shows a connection between the characters. This also shows us that Ramona is going to be a main character. Second cool angle is here. We see Ramona and Scott meeting again, but Ramona is at a higher angle to Scott. She has more confidence, showing how Scott is a social awkward again. This is also cool framing shown here, as the whole wall is pitch black except for the light surrounding Ramona, coincidentally. Finally, Scott Pilgrim has some very cool shots that just have a comic book effect to them. For example, this shot of Ramona defying gravity, this one of Scott and Gideon fighting. Lighting in this movie is used to show power a lot, significantly to the ex's power over Scott, as Scott is a little weakling. We see here Matthew Patel with a spotlight just over him, and Scott is left in the dark. Second is Lucas Lee with lights behind him, also a camera angle showing his more power. And finally, the twins have lights everywhere and also destroy the sex performance lights. Right, this is a big one. Scott Pilgrim has many comic book-like effects, as it is originally based off comic book, but overall that is it. That's all they do. It's just comic book-like effects, no real other editing. Sound is very important in Scott Pilgrim, as there are lots of bands and instrument battles in the movie, as the main band is in a battle of band competition. But the soundtrack is amazing, so the abundance of music is a good thing. The movie Scott Pilgrim was directed by Edgar Wright, the creator of the Cornetto trilogies, so we were expecting a lot of editing and cool effects in the movie, which we were given through the comic book-like effect. So most of the movie was made in post-production, because the effects, though small and sometimes maybe unnoticeable, make the movie very detailed and a great movie overall. Another notable name, as I said before, is Nigel Godrich, who created the music of the movie. He produced it, and it perfectly matches up with the personality of the people in the movie, and I think relates to the people watching the movie as well. That was my analysis of the movie trailer to Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Thank you very much.